This is a Thunder Game Report.
Hi, I'm Randy Renner at Chesapeake Energy Arena, where the Thunder just clobbered the Philadelphia 76ers 125-92. That's their largest margin of victory this season, and it was a big game for a lot of guys. Russell Westbrook ended up playing just 21 minutes, but he used that time wisely, scoring a triple-double, the fastest triple-double in the last 60 years in the NBA. Jim Tucker had one in 17 minutes back in 1955. Russ ended up with 13 points, 14 assists, and 10 rebounds. And, oh yeah, Kevin Durant, he had 42 points tonight, the 10th time this season he has scored at least that many. Former OSU star James Anderson, by the way, led the 76ers. He had 20 points. After the game, we had a chance to talk to head coach Scott Brooks and also Caron Butler, who played tonight, did very well. We talked to him, and Perry Jones, who also had a big game tonight.
Well, I thought defensively we were really good throughout the game. We were active. We were in passing lanes. We were contesting shots. Did a great job of rebounding, and then passing. That was our best passing half. That first unit did a great job of moving the basketball. I mean, Russell, I think he had 10 or 11 assists in the first quarter. Triple-double in 20 minutes. That's incredible basketball. He's a special player, plays the right way, continues to focus on helping his teammates score buckets. And I thought Perry did a good job also starting the game. He gave us great energy and defensive length. I thought he did a really good job on their perimeter players.
After a game like that, Scotty, what do you do? I mean, like in the locker room and everything. What have you been doing for the last 10 minutes? I'm just curious. I mean, it wasn't a traditional game.
I mean, you know what? We do the same things. I mean, there's a little bit of change every now and then, but most of the part we just say, okay, guys, we're going to come back tomorrow. If we have a practice or a film session, we'll come back and get better. Regardless if we win or lose, our group does the same thing, and we know they're beat up a little bit, but we knew that they were going to still come out. They're an NBA team. They're an NBA players on the floor, and we have to compete. I thought we did a great job of taking the game serious with our effort defensively. But after the game, I just come back tomorrow, 11 o'clock.
Nick Gallo, Thunder.ma.com. Coach, is there a patience to the way that Russ kind of created for others tonight, or how would you describe the way he kind of sliced through the defense, particularly early?
Well, he does a great job of getting us in our sets, and he's looking for plays, looking for openings for himself, or looking for situations where he attracts a double team and he finds the pass immediately. I mean, he set the tone. 14 assists in 20 minutes. I mean, potentially, if he had played more minutes, he probably could have had 20 assists tonight.
What did you think of Caron in his first game, 24 minutes?
No, the thing that I liked, he went out there and he played the basketball the correct way. If he had a shot, he took it. If he had to pass, he passed it. And we have to continue to add that mentality to our team. If you have open shots, you got to take it. We work on open shots every day. If you have the correct pass, you got to make it immediately. And I thought he did a good job. But also have to look back. He hasn't played in an NBA game since February 20th. So that's 2 weeks of, I'm sure he was practicing, I'm sure he was staying in shape, but it's not the same of playing NBA minutes. And I like what I saw, and it's just obviously he's going to get more comfortable with what we do, and as the season goes.
Darnell Mayberry, newsok.com/Thunder Rumblings. I got a question about Russell, more about his passing.
Yes.
What do you attribute that to? I mean, the 10-game stretch that he had before going out, he was averaging 9.2 assists. He's over 8 now. Just what do you attribute his passing to now, this stretch?
Well, we have good players. We have good players that are around them that are finishing and doing a great job of setting them up, and we have bigs that set great screens. We have guys that understand their roles, and they fulfill it every night, and Russell does a great job of orchestrating the system, and give him credit. He plays hard. One of the things that I love. Many things I love about him, but I love his energy, and I love his passion. I love his commitment to his teammates, and he's at a high level.
Did you guys ever have a conversation or sit down and talk about what you need out of him? Did that ever just kind of come up in conversation?
Reintroduce yourself on the second
Darnell
question.
Mayberry, newsok.com/Thunder Rumblings.
You know, Russell and I, we talk every day. You know, I make a point that I very rarely have sit-down meetings with any of our guys because I meet with them every day. Talk to them, regardless if it's Russell or Hash, doesn't matter. Perk, I talk to the guys every day. Russell understands what makes us work. There's going to be nights where he gets 9 shots. There's going to be nights where he gets 19 shots. That's what the defense also. He understands the game is at a good pace for him, and he's put a lot of work in. He's put a lot of work into his game, and he's battled a lot of adversity this season. And you can never discount his mental toughness, and that's what he has. He has mental toughness, and it wears off on the other guys, and an opponent sees it every night.
Royce Young, DailyThunder.com. KD had 42 after 3 quarters tonight. I'm sure it's impossible for you guys to have ignored what LeBron did last night. I'm sure that, you know, it's not you guys' philosophy to try to chase anything, but I'm sure there has to be a temptation still to maybe leave a guy in there and let him go. But you guys don't ever do that, and I'm just curious as to what you guys' philosophy is.
I mean, I follow the league. I watch a lot of games. I saw the game. It was a phenomenal game. I don't judge other teams what they do. I mean, Kevin had a special game. There's no question. He had 42 points. I mean, if he would have made his free throws, he would have had a chance for 50. It's his fault. You know, I would have ran one more play for him to get 50 if he had made his 6 free throws. We never. I mean, I don't do that. I mean, not that I'm complaining. That's just, you know, we had a 22-point lead, and I thought the game was comfortable in our favor, and I thought our guys had some good rhythm of playing with one another and passing the ball, and I thought they did a good job to start that fourth quarter.
Follow up on that if I can. KD obviously has to kind of follow line too with that, I'm sure, because that's his mentality also, that he's not over there begging you, please go in and get 50.
He's not? Kevin just wants to win. I mean, I love his spirit. Love it. I believe in how he plays the game, how he approaches the game. I'm fortunate enough to coach him. I get to see it every day. He loves playing the game. And if he wants to lead the NBA in scoring the next 10 years, he can do that. If he wanted to lead it last year, he probably could have done that. He wants to win. He's more important than looking at 46 wins instead of the 42 points that he ended up with. Now, I don't think I would have done that. I would have tried to go for 50.
Jeremy Griffin, InsideThunder.com. You talk about Butler missing some games and NBA minutes. What about Hash? You know, here's a guy that's been on the bench for so long. In the last 2 games defensively, he's just been
I could not be more happier for a guy on our team, Hash. I mean, it's special that the guy comes to work every day and puts himself in a position to be ready to play. And we talk about that. As an organization, our job is to do it every day, and if your number gets called, you're going to be ready because all the work that you put in, and it happened. It happened, just like we talked about. But I give him all the credit. Him and Coach MB, they do a great job of putting time in every day, and that's what good teams do. You have to sacrifice, and he's one of them. I mean, he's one of the guys on our team that sacrificed the whole season. Basically, hasn't played, but. You know, we had an injury with Perk, so he's getting opportunities, and he's making the most of it.
Well, Con, you mentioned immediately yesterday when we were talking to you about the fans here, but what did you think tonight of the crowd and the standing ovation you got when you entered the game?
Oh, that was unbelievable. You know, I didn't expect that, and, you know, I know how to feel. You know, I was just excited to be back out there, you know, playing. You know, I haven't played in like the last 2 weeks, so you know, I was excited to be, you know, in that environment. You know, it felt like being at UConn again.
I know you're a 12-year veteran, and this is your 3rd team, but did you still get any jitters?
Yeah, I did. You know, I was, you know, just trying to, you know, find my spots. You know, that's, you know, we walked through a lot of stuff in practice, but, you know, today in particular, you know, nothing compares to the live action. So I was just trying to find spots and playing off Russ and, Kevin and those guys. And I'm finding out, where I'm going to have opportunities at.
What do you think of your first game? I mean, a solid win, y'all's largest margin of victory for this team all year. What did you think about just the whole team?
The thing I was, pointing emphasis me and D. Fish was talking about was just, keep the pedal to the metal. Keep it going. Put the team in a situation in which that you can play all the guys. And, Kevin and Russ, those key guys can get a rest. And that was very important. So, the guys bought in, they did that, and hopefully this is the beginning of something special.
How about your rhythm overall? I know you haven't played in about 2 weeks in an NBA game. How do you feel with your rhythm?
I had my legs under me, and, I felt good. Just finding out, the place and, finding out, where your opportunity is going to come from. That's all in the flow. But, whatever role they need me to play, I'm accepting and I'm ready for it. And, getting the defensive schemes down, that's very important. But, I had a good time. As long as we win, I'm good. I haven't won in a month. So it felt good to get that win.
Kevin kind of, first play, kind of slung the line drive to the corner to see if he catch you off guard. What else just
and he, we connected and he said, I got you, be ready. And I was like, oh, wow, okay. So that was just something just to look forward to, from here on out, knowing that, when he's come off the pick and rolls and that side tags in, be there and be ready to shoot the ball.
Well, Perry, you got going early on tonight. What was the difference tonight in your second start? Did you feel more comfortable?
Yeah, felt more comfortable. Encouragement from Kevin and Russell. Just go out there, just be aggressive. Just find an opening, just play basketball, and everything else is going to take care of itself.
How did Russell help set the tone? 8 assists in that first quarter.
Just getting everybody involved. Just looking for everybody like he normally does. And that got me going too. He's looking for me a lot, and it just got everybody going, moving, everybody running because he's looking up the floor, and everybody's running a little faster. Everybody's trying to get layups. So he did a good job.
The last couple of games, you've had more opportunities to attack the rim in the half court. Is that a point of emphasis for you?
Definitely. If I attack, somebody helps, somebody's open. Get other guys open shots, not just sitting in the corner, just shooting, and not being effective.
You looked a lot more comfortable with the starters tonight. Is that kind of the way you felt? Did you feel better out there tonight?
Yeah, felt real comfortable. Just go out there, just playing my game. Those guys encourage me. They do a good job out there on the floor. Just go out there, just do what I can do best.
When we see you after practice every day, what has the process been just in terms of you working on that three-point shot over the past couple of years?
Getting them up after practice. Before the game, after shoot around, just all the time, just being prepared to get ready for the corner shot, especially after Russ and Kevin driving the lane. Everybody got to help. If they don't help, that's a bucket. So just being prepared to spot up and knock it down.
Perry, Karan talked about the college atmosphere here in Oklahoma City. You come out in the start. What's it like to come out with that crowd and intros and stuff?
It's amazing. It's just like being in college. In college, it's real wiry. Go out there, a lot of fans. Really excited. So here, it's the same thing. It's the same excitement, especially being the starting lineup now. It's an amazing feeling.
Perry Jones there, and before that, Karan Butler, and of course, Scotty Brooks. Perry Jones ended up tonight making his second start. He scored 12 points, had 6 rebounds. Karan Butler came in and scored just 2 on 1 for 4 shooting, but he did have 5 rebounds tonight. Played some good defense as well. Reggie Jackson also with a good game. He had 14 points. Serge Ibaka with 14 and 4 rebounds. So a big game tonight for the Thunder. They turn a 3-game losing streak at the beginning of this homestand into a 3-game winning streak at the end of the homestand. And they're looking good right now as they fly off to Phoenix. They will practice, though, tomorrow. So I'll be there and we'll get you some updates on the blog. And then they fly to Phoenix for a game with the Suns on Thursday and then on to L.A. to play the Lakers on Sunday before coming back here next Tuesday to play James Harden and those Houston Rockets. So keep clicking back right here at InsideThunder.com.